run a be a farm. Them sure say I make her, they know me car run. She tell me how she is, say I me a chook down. And me all by Chinese brush on a tom. The other day we catch up and she tell me she gone. Because serious me tell her to go on. Cause when me happy them come to swam. Can't keep me peace and me can't keep me calm. The little lassie them know if you perform. Them know what we do when them want turn me on. That's why I got my girl on the side joke the best. You know me love the something where that girl they possess. Right now things are manifest. I'm a wife out for left. I be tell you the truth me no press. Cause my girl on the side joke the best. All when she ready figure love and caress. And she have the bump on the chest. Some of the girl up it. Right now watching me up in the future.
Now they pan no standby. Hold your head high. And where your little boy they a try. Now go pan no standby. Run where you cry. Bye.
When me go so hell, the girl run when me pop down me jeans pants. Me feel me out a walk a from a distance. Me lock down and me no want no disturbance. I want she a fish sure.
Now this here goes out to all those player haters. Now if you can relate to this, keep it real, man. Don't front.
Say me a bad girl. You know me better when me a bad girl. It a fit it when me a bad girl. You know me better that bitch because me must be girl. Say me a bad girl. From me mind when me a bad girl. In front me line when me a bad girl. From me mind, she no know when me really well want her. Well, what's some brain? And don't you worry your brain. It's Mr. Fox and Raven in the bashment. Excitement, yeah?
Well, we're having a bashment party. People get to feel the hype.
Yeah.
We're having a bashment party. People get to feel the hype.
Yeah.
We're in Gucci and the money. Feeling rich like Wesley Snipes. Drinking crystal with my shorty. Burning my chalice through the night. And so we're having a bashment party. So let's rock till morning light. Whoa.
Husband, girl, what if you tell me if you're ready? Well, if you know you're ready, cock it up and spread it, girl. You know the ear meditate, so you can be let me mix your tongue like Sly and Radicals. You feeling hot, ready to take a party. What's the red fox with me shorty? Hennessy and Bacardi, people attack me, but still nobody can
See them
party.
now we having a bashment party. People get you feel the hype. Wearing Gucci and the money. Feeling rich like Wesley Snipes. Drinking crystal with my shorty. Burning my chalice through the night. So we're having a bashment party.
So for the atmosphere. Oh yes.
In the summertime when the weather is high and you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine and you got me on your mind. I'm gonna drive and ride and see now what I can find. Now if your daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. And if your daddy's poor, just do what you feel. It's speeding down the lane, even though the speed limit is 25. And when the sun goes down, I'll make it with my cutie pie.
Who's it?
Pretty little woman, sexy as can be. Sweet as honey, sting like bumblebee. Shall be say pretty little woman, sexy as can be. Sweet as honey, sting like bumblebee. It's a summertime affair in the atmosphere. I'm a lover, attire and the clothes that she wear. Some of them are bun up, them tires, some of them are drop don't care. Well, some of them are shine up, some are wax up, not a sign of smear. Gotta be rolling in my crystals that the girls them stare. This is Shaggy and Raven as your ultimate peer. Taking care of our career, so tell the world beware. Cause it's a brand new selection for your musical era.
We say what we want, and we say what we need, and we love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather is fine, we go fishing in the sea. We're always happy to live life, that's our philosophy.
She's a lady, cause she's dancing like she's never danced before. Come on, go, Cinderella. Sexy body and your face make me shiver. Go, Cinderella. Pressure, desire. Fresh and clean, you're like a beauty queen from the cover of a magazine.
Them gyal are
You
hot.
got the cutest smile, you got me going wild. You're like a star from a movie scene.
I mean.
Girl, every man keeps making plans. They just wanna be with you. You're young and free, it man can see. Like a grape from a pot I cook everything I see my dome. Fish I steam with the okra for the bone. Then that I mix up the apple and the plum. Don't let me down. don't let me down. Make sure you're fit and you're ready when you come. Strong like a lion, this a boy I can't down. And if you ever make me slip back wrong, bed broke down, bad pulling out the bed. Girl, me no afraid you coulda bring all your friends. You never run me, I go stand up till the end. I see a boy we take out and let time by the time spread.
A woman with them, so we born lucky. I'll never play, we get through we monkey. We not play the game, cause we know sucky. We use them and talent, no we say. A woman with them, so we born lucky. I'll never play, we get through we monkey. We not play the game, cause we know sucky.
Well, how many gal get slammed through money?
Many.
How many gal get bounced up properly?
Many.
How many gal get slammed through money?
Many.
And how many gal get bounced up properly?
Many.
Well, why from a road and a poor man a rat? Why you spread rumors say how Shelly sauce?
Shelly say a lion, she a cuss be a clot. I come quick, I turn round and find for
Cause him a bloodless wild, oh liar. Come quick and tell God say him tired. Him a bloodless wild, oh liar. Come quick and tell I say him tired.
Welcome aboard. All right, it's Tuesday, day number 16 in the month of September. Welcome, boom, OMG in the morning time. Locked inside.
OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
Night answer.
Black is the color.
Talking night answer. Rum turn me to a dancer. Rum turn me to a dancer.
Hey, yo,
When the rum
The fugitive on Boom.
It talking I answer. Rum turn me to a dancer. Let we go, let we go, let we go. When the rum tell you you's a big dancer.
DJ
Come show them you's a big dancer. Bend down if you's a big dancer. Waistline cause you's a big dancer. When the rum tell you you's a big dancer. Come show them you's a big dancer. Bend down if you's a big dancer. Waistline cause you's a big dancer. Dance it. Baila, your waist bilingual. You have a man but your waistline single. Feel the heat and your waistline tingle. Body good, body stacked like sprinkles. Girl, baila, your waist bilingual. Link up and make your waistline mingle. Make you shake like shingles. Your skin clean, you not have no wrinkles. When the rum tell you you's a big dancer. Come show them you's a big dancer. Bend down if you's a big dancer. Waistline cause you's a big dancer. When the rum tell you you's a big dancer. Come show them you's a big dancer. Bend down if you's a big dancer. Waistline cause you's a big dancer. How you bend? Drop it down, girl pick it up. Girl drop it down, girl pick it up. Bend, drop it down, girl pick it up. That bumper big, can't lift it up. Bend, drop it down, girl pick it up. Girl drop it down, girl pick it up. Bend, drop it down, girl pick it up. That bumper big, can't lift it up. When the rum tell you you's a big dancer. Come show them you's a big dancer. Bend down if you's a big dancer. Waistline cause you's a big dancer. When the rum tell you you's a big dancer. Come show them you's a big dancer. Bend down if you's a big dancer. Waistline cause you's a big dancer.
Touch up on this one day with the one named Kute. Yeah.
A rhythm to make you feel so alive, yeah. It's you in your soul. It's a no way you can deny it. Remember we I am but I still and play it. I love when it just a rolling. Bad man them knocking something. Hearing all them big shouting. Look auntie what dance till morning. She tell me she feeling something. And she can't explain. It calling with them. It calling with them. The rhythm calling with them. Dancing on a rain. Dancing on a rain. Dancing on a rain. You feel no pain. You hear the rhythm bamba dam. It calling. Rhythm bamba dam. It calling. Rhythm bamba dam. It calling. So make sure and inside. Rhythm bamba dam. It calling. Rhythm bamba dam. It calling. Rhythm bamba dam. It calling. Hey, hey. Me on the highway. And people jumping. Me all the waving. I'm misbehaving. I need a woman, someone to jump with. I got to find out cause it's carnival. Yeah. When my boss said let's go, running around the town we go. Looking for the best girl we could find. Going hunting, we don't care where she's from. Oh, no. Could be foreign or Vinceland. Once we find out it's jamming time. Jumping all day, we jumping all night. Jumping in the noontime, jumping when the moon shines. We jumping all day, jumping all night. Jumping in the noontime, jumping when the moon shines. Cause the road is our home, and we ain't going nowhere. The road is our home. I say the road is our home, and we ain't going nowhere.
That is Kyron Batiste. And full clip on that as well. Right, yeah. Nice.
You know who I be?
Yeah? You know who I be, yeah. That was the bad talk back then. Yeah. Well, big up Kyron. I mean, we don't see him a lot here these days, but trust me, he's doing well. Alright, he's doing well. Live band music. I think he's based somewhere in Florida. The last time we had a chance to talk. He's based somewhere in Florida. We'll be back and forth every now and then. But yeah, life on the road as a bandsman. Yeah, he's alright. Short Moses inside with us. Good morning, my brother Marissa. Good morning, Marissa. And the very lovely Andy Freitas is inside with us. Jacqueline Maynard, Angela is inside. Mary Walkman. Let me see who else. Michael is inside. George is inside. Bling Bling Heavyweight is inside. No song, no. I think. That should be.
Your mic was muted. I don't know how it was muted.
No, I think I saw it. I saw the lights flashing down there. I was the one. I'm guilty. And I said, no, I don't think I ever saw those lights flashing, so let me mute it. So that was my bad. But we good now, right? We good. Yeah, we good. That was my bad. All right, so welcome aboard. Where do we go today, boy? You saw the clip, the netball clip. We go in there. With the PM.
Big Red.
Center forward. Okay, I'm not gonna start with that. I ain't starting with that. I'm not starting with that. There is, that article with Peter Wickham. You might be upset, and that's all right. But I'm gonna say I think it is okay if I say I am in agreement with him. Yeah, I agree. Not with all that he had to share via the article, but his findings, his conclusion, where the vaccine mandate will not be a deciding factor in the upcoming general elections, or those who were directly affected by it, I don't get the feeling that they are still up in arms or up in the feelings and will be using that to determine how they vote in the upcoming general elections. I don't see it. I don't see it. I could tell you what I am seeing. Yes, there are those who accepted what was being offered. Hamo, I ain't ready for you yet. Hamo, not yet. Please, hold on the calls. I ain't even say we opening the lines. Hold on now, man. But what I'm seeing is there are persons who decided, you know what, I've been suffering for too long, and I'm going to take up the offer and just go back out to work. And there are a number of persons who did so, not to show where their feelings are, where the mindset is. But there are those who accepted what was offered by you or what was said by the government, and they went back out to work. Where is the figure now in regards to those who are still at home, who did not go back out to work? I haven't heard anything within recent times, neither from the unions or from what the government threw out. But the government is giving the impression that the majority of persons went back out to work. What else I am seeing? I know two persons, a nurse and a teacher. Two persons who were affected by the vaccine mandate, lost their jobs. Showed up for job and they were told that, listen, you abandoned your job. You have abandoned your job because you did not take the vaccine. And one of them, well, both of them somewhat, one went into making seasoning, which is what she did before. But she went full-fledged into making seasoning and, going around and taking orders and selling her seasoning. All right, that was one. And there is another who I know, who I guess maybe through barrels coming down at certain times of the year, was selling from the back of her vehicle. Right? I ain't calling name. I'm not giving any description of anybody. But I know these two individuals. But what I also know is that they were directly affected by this decision, by the vaccine mandate. But I saw them within recent times still going in support, still dressing up in the red and going out in support of their party and the area representative. I can't take that away from them. If they're no longer in the feelings, they're satisfied with how things went, how things played out, and that's what they decided to do, then that is entirely their right. That is their right to do so. So yeah, I am gonna say, and that's just two that I know. But I don't get the impression that the persons being affected, who were affected, who are still affected, who lost the home, can't pay the mortgage, can't pay the rent, can't pay the car loan, marriage mash up, relationship mash up, the kids one way, the husband one way, the wife one way. I don't see that having any effect whatsoever by the majority of those who are affected by it. There's still one or two of them, yes. But the majority of them, I don't get the impression that they will be using that to determine how they vote in the upcoming general elections. We'll go in a little bit more on that. We got CN coming up at 20 after 7. We got some commercials in a little bit. Let me see. There is this article, right, where we were there and we've been seeing them now. This project is coming on stream. The government have plans of doing this. The government have plans of doing that. And this particular project is gonna open up opportunities for 2,000 jobs. We've heard it time and time before. Only to find out presently we have to be hiring non-nationals to fill several jobs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines simply because we don't have the required skill sets. And I don't think it's a situation where the government is not aware of it. They are aware of it. But it's choice. And they choose not to do anything about it. Yeah, that's how I'm putting it out. They choose not to do anything about it because we could go as far back as we have the hotel development. So there is a boom in the hotel construction industry. But here what is being promoted, this is what is being touted. Yes, we're going to have a lot of jobs, 2,000 jobs and more. So if you're into bartending, waitressing, you understand, you're a laborer, we're going to have jobs for you. We don't hear them pushing the high-end jobs at the management level, at the supervisor level, at the maintenance level, the electrical, the engineering levels. We don't hear that. What is being promoted, what is being pushed and promoted is usually the low-end jobs. So you can't come now 2025 and say to us that, well, boy, there's an issue, we have an issue as it relates to required skill sets. Even when it comes to mixing concrete and the right formula that is supposed to be applied. As basic as that. And the easiest disguise, the easiest excuse to come up with, they don't want to work, they're lazy, they this, they that. But what are you doing to ensure that the especially the youth are equipped with the required skill set? We'll go into that for a little bit. All right, you'll give me your feedback. Give me your feedback. I solicit your response. All right. We have a commercial break coming up, but Hamo is relentless. He's not giving up at all. Hamo, good morning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not. Greetings, my brother and other
morning.
How
you doing? How you doing?
Well, the thing is that, my brother, I miss you. Because I can't get
Stop lying. Miss what?
I call.
And then when I'm not here, you cuss me? And then when I'm not here, you cussing me?
We love you because you help me to get in. That's all we want. You just give me a little licks. We go take your licks. We go take your box. We go give you back some licks too. But we love you. Me tell you something, right? I call the flow. I say I want back my favorite station. They say, well, what? I say, hey, breakdown. They say, well, we check it out and so on. I said, give me number. Me say, because me want my because me not want the other stations in them. Me want this station, hey.
Take a few more seconds, Hamo. Get to the point. Let's go. We have commercials coming up.
The point I want to say to you is that how could you say, do you understand, my brother was 4 home for 4 years. You know what happening when you don't pay a mortgage? And you can't pay it accumulates interest.
Yeah, the lending institution would repossess.
Accumulates and you have to pay that. And when you accumulate, say, $1 million in interest or 5,000 interest, that money goes to interest before it go principal. So your loan, they could still cut you off. Same thing with government. And I want to say to you, that is not ASU. I send you a document where the teachers union and bring them here. 50 teachers are dead, Mr. Gonzab. 50 teachers, they said, who took the vaccine, they're dead. I call them to make sure. And I want to say the problem is 3 lines. Safe and effective, went through the same rigorous process. And a new science that enables you to avoid the safety trial. That was a lie. And I'm saying here, this is what I am saying here. There's no way that anybody in the right mind could support any politician, including those in the NDC, who say for effective.
Okay, thank you.
To account today. I gone. Love you very much.
Thank you. All right. Okay, right. All right then. Let's go pay some bills and we come back. CN should be inside with us at 20 after 7.
Welcome to Chill Spot Bar and Grill, where cravings meet comfort all day, every day. Start your morning with
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young girl, no one that back calling me splurge. Let me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound on Boom 1069.
Hey, you looking for clothes too? I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if Skinny Fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody, and we're telling now.
Bend that over, let that breathe, shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey, you looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor.
OMG in the morning.
OMG in the morning time. We got the time moving around 23 minutes inside 7 o'clock. Sian, if you're there and you're ready, you can go ahead. Not too sure why red popped up in my head. That's alright. If you're red and you're ready, Sian, go ahead and give me a call. Let's know what's up. unless he's still a little bit under the weather. Probably give it another minute or so. Maybe you could play a song in the meantime. Let me try reaching him directly and see what's going on.
Nobody, I just think of a mass band jamming on the road, jamming on the road. I just wanna raise my hand, yeah, jamming on the road, jamming on the road. Soca music will set you free. Is the song that will make you move your feet? Leave stress behind and just believe.
Okay, so I am unable to make contact with Sian. Guess he's still a little bit under the weather, so we will go ahead. All right, I'm gonna throw out the article in a little bit, and you give me your feedback. What's your take on it? You share with me, and what you think. You share with me. Let's, a little back and forth for a little bit. In the meantime, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are you ready? From October 2nd to 5th, 2025, Victoria Park explodes with vibes at the Cannabis SVG Festival. Day 1 and 2, which is October 2nd and 3rd. There's the opening ceremony, the expo and conferences. Day 3, which is October 4th, the Cannabis Facilities tour by day. Grand Reggae concert featuring Beanie Man and Spragga Benz by night. Early bird tickets are now sold out. Look out for Tier 1 tickets at Pulse in Kingston, Frankie Barbershop in Kingston, 360 Sports Bar, The Cell in Annersville, and Johnny's Barbershop in Georgetown. You can get tickets at $80. Day number 4, October 5th, the Scenic Catamaran Cruise through Beckway. This isn't just a festival, it's culture, wellness, education, and pure bliss. Cannabis SVG Festival 2025, don't miss it. Brought to you by the Medicinal Cannabis Authority, SVG Tourism Authority, Canna SVG, and Medicinal. Need more data to power through work, school, and play? Digicel's 40 gigabyte postpaid plan is just $130. That's right, 40 gigs at the best value, so you can stream, study, and stay connected without worry. Sign up this week and go further with Digicel. And if you're on the road, and for whatever reason you had to hop out without breakfast, you're there, you're stuck in traffic, and gas pain already beating you, make a stop by Chill Spot now, man. Chill Spot got breakfast. Go out there, pass out there. If you're on the windward side, make a stop. You're coming down from the valley, make a stop. Chill Spot. You can go get some breakfast out there. Chill Spot, tell them we sent you. All right? Let's go inside. Let's go. Okay, so let's share this one. We've heard it all before, time and time. Oh, the youth don't want to work. They don't want to work. They prefer to sit on the block. They prefer to sit on the block and smoke weed all day, every day. Jobs there being offered left, right, and center. But they don't want to work. Why? Some might say they're trying to make the government look bad. Because there's work. Y'all remember, I think it happened in Union Island with the rebuilding efforts following Hurricane Beryl. We saw it again at the acute hospital that is being constructed in Annersville, where persons who were in charge of the projects, the respective projects, their main concern, their main complaint was that they need workers. They can't find workers. Now it makes you wonder, was it a ploy? You know, get them to push this narrative that, well, boy, we could hardly find workers in Vincy as a cover-up, as a front, so that they could bring in foreign workers. I don't know, I'm asking. Because deep down, it's this article is saying to me that we know, we have known, we knew that there's a problem in regards to the required skill sets for various projects. And we did absolutely nothing about it. It makes you wonder, well, boy, is it that they wake up on a particular morning and decide, well, boy, you know what, we're going to do this. Let's put this out. Because, you know, it's usually trending, especially like now. The government have plans to do this. Plans are in the making for that. But when you do, check it out, 5 years down the road and nothing is being brought to realization. Nothing. Sometimes you get even a plan. Look at how many groundbreaking ceremonies we've had. We've had 2 and 3 for the same project. Where is proper planning? Effective planning, because effective planning would say to me that, well, boy, okay, so we're building this hospital and this would require workers in a particular area. Where are we in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as it requires, as it relates to this skill set, this particular skill set? You know, because the engineering that goes into building a hospital is not the same engineering that would go into building a port, for example. And it's not the same engineering that would go into building an airport, for example, or a school. So different projects would require different skill set, different levels of skills. Do we do an overall assessment to determine where we at and what would be needed so our locals, Vincentians, young and old, working age, could position themselves to benefit from all these opportunities that are created with these projects? Do you get the impression that this is done? I don't. Because here we are presently. And I cannot accept, and it's not that these jobs are being given to foreigners or non-nationals, whichever one you want to use. They're being paid way better than the locals are being paid. We saw it. And we saw various reports of this. So what are we doing? Why is it when we have these projects, it's only the low-end jobs that are being promoted? Thousands of jobs would be created by this particular project. When you check it out, the low-end jobs. We had persons who went away and trained, positioned themselves to benefit from the coming on stream of the Argyle International Airport. There are persons who went away and studied airport management and up to today can't find a work, not even given the opportunity to manage the airport, but we continue to bring in foreigners. Why? Old people will say, well, boy, maybe they love stranger more than they own. Could it be that? Non-nationals are being hired to fill several jobs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines simply because locals do not have the required skill sets. This according to the Minister of Finance, Camilo Gonzalez, who said on a radio program last week that students have to start looking at non-traditional career paths and focus on areas that are not crowded locally and are in demand. We've had discussions like these over the past weeks. I could remember. Somebody want to chime in early? Let me take this one. Good morning, caller. Welcome, welcome.
Young man, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to
morning,
you.
sir. How are you doing?
And good morning to your team.
All right.
I just want to give my 2 cents bit on this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You could do 4 if you wanna.
Right. You've been in office for 25 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say you have a vision. Well, it seems as though the vision has now been put together. And I am saying that if you have all of that time to plan ahead, why aren't we there? Because you have an idea as to what projects, what mega projects, because all they seem to be thinking about is mega projects, right?
This is what Vincentians are fascinated by.
Exactly. And what will be the skill set required?
Okay.
Can't we, from the very beginning? Now, the first couple of years, you may not have the required skill set. But for 25 years, you wouldn't.
Oh, God, I mean, come on.
The other thing is this. Generally, and especially in construction and some of the other middle-paying jobs and lower-paying jobs, so on, when Vincentians migrate to work overseas, just like any other nationals who migrate from their country to go elsewhere and work, like, for example, in the States and so on, they generally work for less money than the people in the other people in the job market from host country. That is the reason why a number of persons not only know
that's sometimes without the papers, without the proper documentation that happens.
Yeah, but so we see that kind of thing, and you come in here, and from day one, you are given preferential treatment for doing the same job as locals can do. I don't understand it. It tells you that the government really, really is lazy when it comes to planning. There is no vision. There is no actual pathway marked out to say, here is where we are today. There is where we want to be tomorrow. Now you talk about, let's go back. Let's just stick with construction for now. The other day they were calling everybody, oh, there's so much work to do. I'll tell you, a construction site could only take on so much.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it could only take on so much laborers because none of those guys on the block have a skill. But you are the one who are encouraging every one of them. You've been up and down the country parading. You're going to have a university graduate in every household. That sounds nice, but it makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. What we should have been doing is preparing our young people to fit the job market that we have. Of course.
I mean, so we've been talking year in, year out about a pending construction boom. Encourage the youngsters to get involved, position themselves, upgrade the skill set.
But instead of that, what they do, they make those very youngsters feel that if they don't have a university education, then they are nobody. That's what they have done to our young men in particular. So today, we are unable to even very menial jobs. It seems as though we are impotent. We can't even do that. So something has to be wrong with the way we plan. Or lack thereof. Lack of planning.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, my buddy. I mean, we would boast, we would beat our chest, we thump our chest, braggadocious and boasting. Over 10,000. Over 10,000 scholarships, graduates. And we don't have required skill sets, then what we're doing? But is it that it looks good, it sounds good on paper, but in actual reality, we keep missing the mark? What is it? You see, years ago, and it is still present with us today because even the minister made reference to it. There's still the beautification that surrounds the doctors and the lawyers, the psychologists, the office work. And then when you start speaking about tech voc, is a by the way conversation. Yes, they have made some attempts to improve in what is being offered in tech voc. But the marketing of it, the selling of it, it's not attractive. You give the impression that, well, boy, if you're not doing well academically, then there's always tech voc. So it's kind of like a fallback. That's like the contingency plan. You feel that academics, then, well, boy, there's something that's happening with tech voc. You could go learn a skill. And that's how they put it, go learn a skill. Try encouraging the youth, letting them know, well, boy, engineering is paying a whole lot of money. Electrical installation is paying a whole lot of money. And all these things are being offered, They're being offered. But who is encouraging the youth to go and grab them up? We got room for one more. We got room for one more. Let's take one more. Council comes in at 7:45. My brother, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. You alone walking this morning? I ain't nobody else in this studio.
Shady there.
But why does he just get quiet so when certain things start to open up?
They say when you walk by others, you get pissed straight.
But they're paying you to talk to.
He didn't say whose orders he following, huh? He didn't say whose orders he following.
Oh, okay. Fuji.
Yes, sir.
Fuji.
Yeah.
Fuji is about 5 years now, 6 years now. I talking on radio about this situation where the system, banking system, the service, the government service does not recognize farm workers, laborers, and construction workers, laborers as just as a receptionist, a clerk in an office, right? We need to get the banking system especially to recognize these people, their job letters, so that they could open the bank accounts freely and have savings and be able to go and borrow a loan to build a house and buy, just like anybody else, just like a teacher, just like just like an ordinary civil servant. This system need to be there to allow them to access the financial services. And we don't have that properly.
We don't.
We look down on the farm workers. We know the ULP over the years, especially. So if you see the craziness and diamond stretch here this morning, tree line overtaking and things.
Keep out of the way. You keep on your hand. But you're there with all the craziness and you're there on the phone?
So we need the recognition. We need the investment back in agriculture, because agriculture is a lifestyle.
You might hear they come and tell you just now we can't find farmers.
Oh, we can't find farmers. We need to reinvest. And show them, look.
The kind of craziness that's happening these days, you just don't wonder what's next.
You can't expect a young man now or a young lady to go into farming and tell them they're going to get $60 a day.
You have to create a marriage between traditional farming and technology. That's where we are right now.
You understand? But we take it, and these people don't have an interest in doing that because it's taking too long to do it, and we're falling more and more by the wayside. We're falling lower and lower than the other. I just don't like to compare with the Windward Islands. We're the last in the 4 Windward Islands, the last in terms of economic development.
All right, but we're gonna have to wrap up. We're gonna have to wrap up because we have council coming in. All right.
I want to leave you with this question, and I hope council could say something on it. Name me one project that was done in the last 25 years that was conceptualized, that was a complete brainchild of Ralph and the ULP.
All right. Okay.
Have a good day.
Take it easy. All right. We got what, 16 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We'll put a pause on it. We'll put a lid on it for a little bit as we await the arrival of Consul Jomo Thomas, who should be joining us in a few seconds from now.
Just fun. Yeah, bounce and rock. Lately we've been having a rough patch, but f that, I love my lady. Can't sit and wait.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bring Consul forward.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jomo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now.
On OMG.
Consul, good morning. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Puji. Good morning, Shady. Most of all, good morning to your listeners. Puji, I was reading the newspaper last weekend. It might have been Saturday morning, and I too was struck by the piece in the newspaper, which credited our Minister of Finance of saying that skills not available locally, non-nationals have to be hired, says Finance Minister. I wasn't surprised by the statement, but I was taken aback by the statement. In any country, there are certain skills which may not be available. So, for example, the big, powerful United States is like a suction for skills from across the world because they want the best and the brightest, they pay for them. So if you, Puji, is skilled in a certain area and you make an application to the embassy in Barbados for a visa to go to the United States, depending on your skill set, there's a real chance that you're going to get that visa than if you have no skills at all. Mm-hmm. But you see, a lot of things in St. Vincent over the years have become slogans. We're going to be tough on crime and the causes of crime. And nothing happened. In 2008, St. Vincent was on the cusp of an economic takeoff. And nothing happened. You have statements like one graduate in every household, and nothing happened. None of these statements are bad in themselves, because what would be wrong in having a graduate in every household? And I take a slightly different view than one of the earlier callers who said that, oh yeah, you would have a grad in every household, but we will not be training the people to do what we want to do. There's no contradiction between having a graduate in every household and having people trained in the requisite areas. So I think that what we have had over the years is a kind of development. You know, the view is articulated that this is a poor people's government and poor people want work. So Sandals was supposed to bring 1,000 people were working there, and You do the calculation, well, there are 400 rooms, there's at least 2 persons per room, so there's 800 persons will be working there. You saw Finance Minister Camilo Gonzalez says, oh, there's a proposal for $1.3 billion tourism development on the leeward side of the country. And guess what? There would be 2,000 jobs. So we toss these things around and people become very impressed with them. And I've always said, when you hear the government say certain things or government officials say certain things, we always have to investigate it. Because if we look at sandals, and I checked with some colleagues who work there, you don't have 800 people working there. That's one. And two, the jobs which they occupy are some of the lowly paid jobs. The gardeners, the servers, the bed sheet. I'm not saying anything is wrong with these, because it's better than no job. So when the finance minister says that the skills are not available locally, which skills is he talking about? Because he didn't identify the skills, He said at least reading from the newspaper. And sometimes the newspaper description is skewed and it may not capture everything that an official says. But read from the newspaper, it does not say the skills that are not available locally. But I remember when the Sandals was being built, the Sandals Hotel, it was said that some people were specially skilled in mixing concrete. So we had to bring them in from abroad. Okay, there was a special concrete. But I got from good source that in the rush to open Sandals, they put the structure on which they were putting the oxygen tanks or the fuel tanks were not built to specification because they were rushing to do it, right? Somebody has to have some skills. And in fact, the people who had the skills said, this is how it should be done. Let it sit for X amount of time before we start packing on the weight on it. And that was not done. So when you read the piece, it says non-nationals are being hired to fill several jobs in simply because locals do not have the required skills, right? And the finance minister went through, he says that 15 years ago, students were focused on psychology. Then 10 years ago, they had an interest in forensics. And then in his generation, we were talking about doctors and lawyers. And then he goes on to say significantly, he says, nobody with degrees in project management. I'll read it again. He says, Gonzalez added that where he sits in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology, a lot of times he wants to hire people to help get things done, but the qualification needed for the jobs are lacking. Now, here's the man, he's in finance and planning. Every year, the government give scores of scholarships. Other people are going off to study. Government giving assistance for those people to go off to study. And you coming to talk this foolishness? And I say that in this context. I remember it might have been in the 80s, Fidel Castro announced that by the turn of the century, Cuba would be a medical power. By the turn of the century, Cuba was a medical power. Cuba has hundreds, thousands of doctors all over the world contributing to the health of people across the world. In fact, it is said wherever there's a disaster, there are Cuban specialists. The world call, Cuba answers. So how does our finance minister tell us that we don't have the skill set when we are bragging? I think, how much did they say? I can't recall, but thousands of persons
10,000
are benefiting from government assistance this year. And you tell us that we don't have the necessary skill sets, so you're bringing people in? It doesn't make any sense. It shows that there's, at a macro level, there's no planning. All of these things about giving money assistance is not to train people in the requisite area, is to get, I saw a young lady hugging up, I can't remember which official, it might be Prime Minister Gonzalez saying, well, I voted for Labour because I just got my degree from Monroe College and I got it because I got a scholarship from the government. You see the difference? So it is vote catching rather than to be implemented for national development. This person is supposed to be married forever to Labour because they got a chance to go to study.
That's the mindset.
Not because they got a chance to contribute to the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And to prove the point that it's about vote catching, I remember a young man got a scholarship, went away to Jamaica to study. And this is somebody who was so supportive of Prime Minister from the time he was a little boy. Sang Calypso, heralding the comrade. And he came back and had one slight shade. Prime Minister said, you know, some of them just leave, go university and come back stupid. You know. So when we see these kind of things, it does not make sense. And then if we want to talk about the skill set that Gonzalez talking about, he says, what do you think you are going to look for? What are the skills that you can find right now? It's not always degree skills, but we have a big emphasis on degree skills. Nothing is wrong with that. He says, they tell you, well, I can't find a good chef. You can't find a good pastry chef. You can't find a good bartender. A man could pour a beer, but he can't mix a drink. Can't give you a good whiskey sour. Pour a beer, anybody could pour a beer. Or you can't pour some wine without it spilling on the table. So we are doing a lot of that work and having that work inform back the kind of classes we teach at the Technical and Vocational College. Well, it has to be more than that. It has to be planning to say, as Fidel Castro in his wisdom said, and the Cuban leadership did, to plan holistically that we would need the ways in which the country is developed. Remember, we're supposed to be heading on the cusp of being in the post-war development, right?
Correct.
So we're supposed to be planning based on where we are heading. We would need 100 accountants in the next 15 years, 50 economists, 20 persons in actuarial science. Instead of the generalized medical practitioners we have now, we are going to be given scholarships so that we would have more specialists. So somebody would not be just a general practitioner. He or she may be an endocrinologist or a histologist or a cardiologist. You know, you begin to have that kind of specialized training. That is how the training really works if you're doing national planning and thinking about the future and the development. But this is not, as I said, about development. This is about getting somebody a job so that that person can say, okay, I got this job through this government, and therefore I am beholden to the government. I'll make this point. coming to an end. I remember in 2016, it was just after the elections, I ran, lost by 118 votes. And I was invited on to issue at hand. And they asked me, I can't remember which, might have been Ryan, asked me what I think. And I said, going forward, we have made a fair amount of strides in terms of tertiary training. And maybe we shouldn't close that off, university training, but we should begin to spend a little bit more time doing technical training. The place is so hot now, we have a sun in the day and the sun in the night. So, refrigeration, air conditioning are going to be in high demand.
Correct.
Yeah, everybody now have a computer, and who don't have? Well, we have the computer as a smartphone, and we have the laptops and so on. Those are going to be damaged. Somebody spill water on them. Something happened. We need that to be fixed. St. Vincent was known for having skilled masons and carpenters. I don't get a feeling that there's an emphasis on that. And now we're having even bigger projects now. So we need to have, but what we do, the companies that come in, the Chinese come in and they bring workers from Haiti, they bring workers from Dominican Republic, they bring some from Colombia. The Butch Short people came in for sandals, they brought people from Dominican Republic, they brought people from so they are bringing people in, because part of it is that, and somebody called and made this point earlier, when you see you have people who are skilled, like from Haiti and Colombia and Dominican Republic, you can bring them in and pay them low wages because many of them are skilled and they may not be working in their country of origin. So they come in saying, well, boy, anything better than nothing, because I'll be able to send back something to my family. And when I go home, I'll have a little something to take back. So unless we are doing national development planning, we would always be in the situation where we are in, where we remain the hewers of wood and the carriers of water. We would be the ones who are making the beds. We would be the ones who are doing the gardening. We would be the ones who are bartending. We would not be the accountant, the chief financial officer, because those jobs are not really intended for us under this kind of dispensation. It is intended for persons who are either connected in one way or the government, the other with the government, or with the friends of the government. I happen to know that people from foreigners from the Grenadines get a different salary, and to cut back on tax payment, part of the money is sent directly to wherever they come from, if it's Italy and Ireland or wherever else, and then part is declared here. And say, I know that as a fact.
Oh, really?
I know that as a fact.
That's interesting.
And the government knows it too. But if you know it and you don't say nothing, you could get, when election time comes, you could lose it as a stick and say, well, look, you gotta give us a little something. Help us with some t-shirts. Help us with some trinkets. So much of what we talk about is all directed for perpetuating one set of people in power at the expense of the national development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And until people see that, I think we have a whole lot of problems, not only with the frustration of our youth, which can spill off into all kind of other bad things, or we have a society that is increasingly alienated from itself. And more of us are looking for the next visa to Canada, to the US, or to England. A lot of our people now are in England. Every time you think about somebody, where's Jomo? or he went to England. So that's my take on that. But I saw that and I made it as something I wanted to touch on in this week.
Thank you, Council.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. All right. Let's go. That's the time already. Okay, Shady.
OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
That song, man. You have to sing for the girls. You have to pick them up. Na 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 na. Everybody must work. Everybody must work. Work hard. Cause if you're not working, you gotta be loafing. And if you're not loafing, then brother, you gotta be joking. You must work. And don't be a jerk. Everybody must work. Work hard. Hanging out on street corners when you should be at school. That won't make you a rich man. That will make you a fool. Everybody must work. Work. Everybody must work. Work hard. Working is a thing that you should love. Working is a thing that everyone should love. Everybody must work. Everybody must work. Work hard. Got to have some ambition. Keep your spirit alive. Don't go making excuses. Just get out there and try. Everybody must work. Work. Everybody must work. Work hard. You got to work. 'Cause if you're not working, you gotta be loafing. And if you're not loafing, brother, you gotta be joking. You must work. Work. Everybody must work. Work hard.
But strange me life. No call me phone from no money nor run. No money nor run. No food nor run. No call me phone from no money nor run. Cause me now work for free. No call me phone from no food nor run. No food nor run. Piece of food I feel. No call me phone from no money nor run. Youngster no work for free. Yeah. From me step out money in van. In a me and me friend them and the money for rival. How you think me get the case out? Show the judge a couple mil. Then the evidence dissolve. Me hustle hard. Me I know the employee, me are the employer. You can't chat to me, chat to me liar. Certain things me no discuss by phone unless me pocket them fat like Pamela and this to silicone. No call me phone from no money nor run. No money nor run.
Officially, we welcome you inside. 8 o'clock, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Skills not available locally. No nationals have to be hired. So says the finance minister. We do one more shady and then we come back. If you still want to get inside before we switch gears, you can add your 2 cents. Yeah? Is it proper and effective planning? Or is it not? Hit us up and you let us know. One more and then we come back.
Me left a mash up on road, floor. Must a take coke, dope. Them a sell back road, joke. The girl them a chat a business, oh you feel me now. 16 when it's blow. Turn it on, but a point, ghost. Me weak boy, me no know, for sure. Then I watch it on me Finsta and see a lower post. Yeah, match up to rich badness them down in our way now. Don't just squash man, me original. Hell boy anywhere we. Yeah. Get up now. Get up now. Me crew like a rooster. So boy who a fool ya. I hit. Take it a brain too much. Let me see me lick my dog start sell. Chip chop. Boss man. Not this YG, I'm a family. KB 6 big and a cranberry.
My dog start sell whites, don't lock off the store. Out our kitchen now, wash off your clothes. 17 for shit off them nose.
Yeah? Yeah, my Spencer, what's up, my brother? Welcome.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, boy. I want to know, what kind, you and Shady, how all this work so good together, and it took you on opposite side?
What do you mean we on opposite side? I never declared my hand as to my politics.
Neither did I.
people, animals stick with like. You know, I just put it in the animal kingdom. So people who stick with a certain crowd tell me that's the crowd you're supporting all your life.
Okay. Either way, and that's either way. So maybe I am part of Shady's team or Shady is a part of my team.
I ain't know about that because Shady playing by all the ULP them and you playing by all the NDP them.
Listen, you gotta eat. Everybody eating the food. You gotta eat the food, my brother.
All right, buddy, I hear you.
What's up?
You on the issue this morning earlier with the statement made by the percent who say gonna decide whether the vaccine mandate had anything to do how they vote, right? I don't know how much people listened to Jomo's program last night. But
I didn't get a chance to do so. I was preoccupied.
Okay. Well, I sent you the video that Jomo played last night, about 22 minutes or something. So he played it last night on his program with all of the key factors of 450,000 pages from Pfizer documents.
But Spencer, you really low, eh? You might have to speak up some more.
Yes, so Jomo's program was about the 450,000 pages that Pfizer wanted to hide for 75 years. Right? And what I'll do one of these days, in the very near future, I'm going to pick out all the key points from what the lady Christine Anderson from the European Union and Dr. Naomi Wolf presented in the European Union Parliament. Right? Because there's a book now that they've written. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick out all the key points that Pfizer hid from the whole world. And I'm going to come back on this train program here. All I need is maybe 5 minutes.
All right.
Anybody who hear those points and decide they're going to still vote for any government that help to implement these things and vaccines, something got to be wrong with your head.
And Spencer, you could take all the time and pull out all these points. Vincentians, the majority of Vincentians not paying attention to these things, my brother. That's the reality.
Well, but then here's my issue. So if they're not paying attention to it, right? How come the uptake for the vaccines was so low in St. Vincent if they weren't paying attention to it? You see the point? So somewhere along the line, there's a whole bunch of people who ain't saying much. And I see the same thing happen. A lot of you ain't know this. Back in 1984, Labour Party believed they had everything wrapped up. My old man was the main orchestrator. He was the main campaign man for Keto. Everybody know that. When they realized that the country had a silent swing, they nearly go crazy trying to see if they could bring people back.
But that's 1984. You think you seeing the same thing? You expecting a silent swing? That's what you're saying? People are silent, and they're the ones who would be deadly in the upcoming general elections.
That could be a real big issue. Trust me. A lot of people ain't saying nothing,
right?
Because we know the atmosphere that they live in. People don't want to talk. You can this one go back and so on.
Yeah. Things very polarized right now.
Yeah. So if people put a whole bunch of things into perspective, they'll make the proper decision.
All right.
You can't let government keep treating you. Doesn't matter which government. You can't let government keep treating you and dictate to you how you should live your life.
Okay. All right. All right, my buddy. All right. Okay, so we got. You pull it up. We have an interview. Let me see, 8:45. So we have an interview at 8:45 with Quartz Optical at 8:45. So for those of you who want to get inside, we have about half an hour. So we go ahead and we pay some bills and we come right back. Let me just put this one out. In the meantime, on the go, Digicel has you covered with our postpaid mobile internet bundle, 40 gigabytes for just $190. Power up your tablet or device anytime, anywhere. But hurry, this limited time deal won't last forever. Get connected today with Digicel. We'll be back after these messages.
Are you looking for a pharmacy that's not just a place?
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling all.
Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey, you looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how she find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling all.
Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey, you looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how she find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if Skinny Fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride, not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now.
Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees. Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clues too?
I looking for the money. Igniting, waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how she find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if Skinny Fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride, not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, We have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Let me jump right out the curve.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody, and we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe, shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your...
I tell you, run put me in the doghouse. I drink and drunk, I reach on me and follow. Oh gosh, run put me in the doghouse. I drink and get drunk, I reach on and I literally goes. Why? If you ask me who I grabbed which bumper, which one? I can't believe me, rub that baby, tell her. Which bumper? I love to. Oh gosh, yes. Bartender, pass me a bottle of liquor. I'm feeling to get a bad in ya. If I get high, don't blame me. Long time I don't play a mafia. Look at bumper, don't vex if I drive closer. How are you pardon me behavior? Please. So if you vex with me the next morning, how are you listen me, darling? Not me the rum that talk. It's the rum that talk. Girl, I won't do it again. It's really not me to blame. It's not me the rum that talk. Oh, I tell you, rum put me doghouse. I drink and drunk, I reach on me and wipe. Oh gosh, rum. I drink and drunk, reach on and I literally goes. Why? If you ask me who done, which bumper, which one? I can't believe it, rum. Which bumper? I love to. Oh gosh, yes. See my ex with a new man. Feel like she new burn. We inside the session. Party kicking up bad. She put up, she 2-1. Winding back on the man. You think I give a damn? You're mad. The day you leave me, the day you leave, I started to see my way. When you hurt me, I went away. What I thought was a tragedy was a blessing. The day you up and leave was a blessing. A blessing. I'm feeling so blessed. Oh yes. When you leave was a blessing. A blessing. My hands up high. I'm winding low. I'm glad you go. Like I never happy before. My hands up high.
I'm winding low. glad you got somewhere out there. There is somebody singing along, living this experience, celebrating a decision that resulted in their happiness. Big up you if you're locking it down right now. Okay, so as we get ready to wrap up, I have some news. So court has rescheduled to next week. So we have a little time that we can play with. So those of you still want to get inside before we switch things up and move on to the other part of the discussion, you can do so now. Good morning. I see St. Lucia checking inside. Good morning, St. Lucia. I see Anguilla is inside with us. Good morning. Tortola is inside. Barbados is inside. All across various states across the U.S. inside with us as well. I see 1 or 2 persons from Canada inside with us. Good morning, good morning. All across beautiful St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody is saying that they can't get vans in Richland Park. Not too sure why. Not too sure what's happening up in there, but hope that situation is resolved sooner rather than later. You were saying something there?
I know them side there have a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I ain't sure. Something wrong somewhere along the line. Anyways, you know what's funny? This lends itself to the argument that clearly proper, efficient, long-term planning hardly goes into these projects that come on stream time after time. And it's evident. You can't come this week and boast over 10,000 university graduates, and then the following week you follow up that by telling us that you don't have required skill sets. So then what are we doing? And then you go down further. Okay, I see Truth Seeker is inside with us. Welcome, my brother.
Good morning, Fuji.
Morning,
good morning, Sherry.
Morning, welcome.
And good morning to all the listeners at home and in the diaspora. I just want to just say something briefly. Spencer touched on something when he called just a few minutes ago, and he mentioned the low uptake in the vaccination in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I think we are one of the lowest in if not the lowest in the OECS.
Yes.
And I want to juxtapose that with what Peter Wickham said about the vaccine mandate
and the effectiveness going into the elections.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he took time to consider the fact that that level of resistance from the Vincentian population could be translated into political resistance at the polls.
I keep hearing that, but I am not seeing it there. I'm hearing from some persons that yes, they're holding on to it. But listen, I think Vincentians were weird when it comes to the decisions that aid us. Well, you know, the things that aid us in making the decision as to the way we vote at elections. I don't think we pay attention to the pertinent issues, you know.
Exactly.
I don't get the impression.
That is true because this is an existential issue. This is an issue that may, unfortunately, I hope it doesn't happen. If the government gets back there, and God forbid a pandemic or something of the magnitude of COVID-19 happens again, it's going to give them license to do the same thing again.
But the law is still there, my brother. It is still there.
Exactly.
So is
exactly.
Well,
so this is an opportunity for the folks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who believe in biological independence.
But you know what you would hear right now as it is now. That's a non-issue. When we get to the bridge, we will cross it. These are the kind of things that you hear.
It's
Yeah?
unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But I hope they're listening, and I hope that at least in some way we are nudging them over that line.
My brother,
So that
it's
when
scary, you know.
decision,
It is scary.
I'm
It's
telling you,
scary.
given a government that level of power over your physical body, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep.
I mean, but as you said, Fuji, when that bridge gets near to us, we'll cross it,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see what happens.
You
All
know,
right, buddy.
Vin,
Go ahead. Go
all
ahead.
right. No, I was gonna say, Vincent Chance, you don't get the impression that we pay attention to the things that benefit our overall development. You understand? So yes, yes, opportunities are created for persons to go off and study. You go off and study, you come back, but jobs aren't there. You understand?
But Fuji, that falls squarely in within the parameters of. I hope, I'm not too sure if they do have a national development plan, because
But
that
clearly
the
they don't.
national
Clearly they
development plan
don't. And it's not
should
long
be
term.
multifaceted, multidimensional. It should include elements of education. In other words, you were saying, and that's one of the things that I was reflecting on this morning while listening to you guys. I listen to Parliament as much as I can. And most of the time when they're talking about these projects, they talk about, the creation of jobs, and they speak in general terms.
Yes.
They are not saying that, okay, if we are building the port, we build the airport, and that's going to create such and such amount of jobs. That's what they're saying.
What particular areas? In what
But
areas?
what particular area and what level of expertise do we have here?
Mhm.
What sort of
And what would be required?
preparatory work, was done to train people to meet that? I remember when Otley Hall was constructed, there were folks who were sent to Italy to train to operate Otley Hall. That is what real development is all about.
Long-term development, overall
Long-term
development. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, excellent program as
Thank you,
usual,
my brother.
Shady, bless up.
All right. Okay.
Bye.
So we brag on the numbers who go off to study, but we don't pay attention to the jobs that should be prepared for, the positions that should be created for when these who go off to study and get the necessary qualifications, when they come back, we should have jobs in various areas, various projects ready and waiting for them to take advantage of. But no, we're not doing that. Why? We could always depend on the foreigners to come in and take up these same jobs. Fill these same voids that Vincent Chan's not taking up. Why? Because we don't have the required skill sets. Good morning.
Greetings.
Morning, my brother.
Now,
Welcome.
This statement here, every time I hear it, it hurts me.
It must be
It's an insult to every-
It must be upsetting me, brother.
I mean, it's an insult to every Vincent. Let me tell you why. Young Island is a top class resort, right? Wherever it have over there, right? Over the years. Who walks over the years? Foreigners or Vincent Chan?
Well,
Mostly
Vincent
Chanawan.
Chan's, I know.
Thank you very much. Mostly Canawan come right back to the mainland. All the guest house we have, and you telling me we do have people in hospitality to work. I know people who leave St. Vincent and go foreign on a 2 months contract for the hospitality back in St. Vincent and can't get a job. And you telling me we do have people? It's not that we don't have people. If there's not labor supporters or not hiring them.
Well, we...
stopping disrespect people, boy. 90% of our infrastructure in St. Vincent is we build it. I leave St. Vincent, come Tatola, I couldn't jive in St. Vincent. When I reach Tatola, I learn to jive. You understand what I'm telling you? I learned so much things. You come in them people place here, and what do you think happen? Why they hiring we? It's because of what we could do. You understand?
Yeah.
So
But you know, it's interesting that you would hear them push forward the narrative from time to time. Oh, the fellas are lazy. You know, they don't have this, they don't have that. But these same fellas, these same lazy fellas will take up and take the risk, make the sacrifice and go to other countries and do the same jobs that we claim that they can't do in St. Vincent.
Exactly. Right. In the Caribbean, they're doing it. Exactly. Thank you, man. Somebody else make a contribution.
All right, then, my buddy. We got room for one or two more if you want to get in. You're trying to get inside. No, here we are, right? So the Minister of Finance is saying that the students have to start looking at non-traditional career paths and focus on areas that are not crowded locally and are in demand. All right, then. Good. Well and good. He observed that 15 years ago, students were focused on psychology. What did we do? What did we do with that shift, with that move, with more and more students showing interest in psychology? Because evidence would show that more and more Vincentians are battling mental illness. So what would we do? What did they do with that bit of information? About 10 years ago, he says more and more students had an interest in forensics. Yet present day, we still have to be dependent on Barbados. Yes, forensics lab ain't cheap, it ain't gonna come cheap. But we have good friends like Taiwan. We have friends like Taiwan, we can depend on them, and we have a proper forensic lab. If you have evidence that more and more Vincentians apparently showing interest because of CSI and NCIS and whatever else they see via the television, so there's a heightened interest amongst the young people. They want to go and do this. Give them the opportunity. Provide for them so when they go off and they come back, we have proper things in place so that they can be utilized. The skills that they gain via the studies overseas, when they come back home, they can be utilized. But no. Good morning, my brother. Hello?
Good morning, Fuji.
Morning. Not too bad, not too bad.
Morning to you.
Welcome. You're not hearing me?
I'm hearing you now. Hearing you now.
All right.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Shady. Good morning to all in the studio.
Morning.
Yeah, man. Fuji, who gave these scholarships? But
you remember, a few weeks ago, we had the discussion and we even wondered if at Service Commission they still have on the board where they would say the priority list. That you remember, we had, just weeks ago we had that discussion right here. Somebody shared that yes, it is still done. So what happened?
Yeah. So if you are giving me scholarship, if you are giving away all of these scholarships sharing we like when you're sharing with free bread now, can't you decide and direct your people as your area priorities and this will be giving you a scholarship, but we wanted to go in this area. If they don't want to go in that area, then so be it. We find somebody else who would go there. We have a mental health issue. We have mental health issues here, and up to now we can't find a psychiatrist at the mental health center.
But look,
and as he is now.
But look, he's saying that more and more people started showing interest in psychology. We could have capitalized on that.
Where are they? What have we done about that? Why is it that so many persons are going overseas to study but are not coming back home? Why? That's a question we need to answer. You know? We have the tech work. We talk about tech work and skills. And I'm really disappointed when I hear them talk about no skill person in St. Vincent. We can't find skill. Rubbish. We need to ensure that we streamline that program. Because when they're telling me, right, that in the schools, only a certain amount of students, people who wish to do woodwork or who wish to do technical drawing or whatever the case may be, you know, they can't get an opportunity. When they go to the centers, the KTIs and what have you, right? They said these were intended for persons who didn't really make it up to the 5th form level and so on, right? But when you go there, you find people in there who are 7 and 9 subjects. So the ordinary person who would want to figure they can't cope academically and who want to learn a skill or get a skill done, they can't get in the class. They turn them away. You know, so that's something we need to look at also. We have skilled workers here. Who have St. Vincent gone to many other Caribbean islands.
Of course.
And have performed excellently. So when you talking this crap?
Yep.
And they need to think before they talk sometimes.
I hear you, my buddy.
You know? But it's election time. It's silly season, so anything goes, Fuji. Anything goes.
It's like an excuse, you know. So it's nothing more than somebody raised the argument that too many foreigners are working on these projects that should be benefiting Vincentians. It's nothing more than they heard that, you know. So they came up, they concoct an excuse, and this is why. So it's not that it is intentional for we to have all these non-nationals working on these projects, but this is the reality. Yeah? That's basically... Well, at least that's how I see it. All right, everybody.
This place nice.
All right.
Blessings, man.
Okay, for whatever reason, I'm getting the missed calls again. We have room for 2 more. Let's try 2 more. 2 more if you still want to get inside. If you still want to get inside, hit us up. Here's one. Fuji, we have to stop making excuses for these lazy, non-ambitious youths who are actually young adults. When we had one trade school, we produced highly skilled persons. Currently, we have 4 or 5 trade schools in the country. I think it's called TVET. Well, TechVoc, yeah. TechVoc, TVET. Why aren't these youths taking advantage of these schools and programs? Most of the youths who attend these schools have jobs and are able to use their certificates to get jobs overseas. I even saw a young lady open her own electrical business. There are some of these that are happening. Yes, there are some of these. Like I said earlier, there are the programs. The programs are there. Youths are listen, you can go into various communities. I know that there is on the Leeward side and there is on the countryside, Georgetown. Right? There are youngsters who are taking up these opportunities that are being provided. But I guess the question now is what exactly is being taught and at what level? Because if what you're saying there, Shortmas, all these programs are being afforded to the youngsters and we're still complaining that we don't have required skill set, then it could only mean that one, maybe we're teaching the youths the wrong thing, or we're teaching them the right thing but at the wrong levels. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of what is being put out there. Because I know for a fact, even at UWI and all, they're offering short programs, short courses where you can go and get properly certified. Most people, they get the knowledge, they take it, and they go elsewhere. So then that now might bring the argument to wages. What is being paid for this particular job here in St. Vincent versus what you could get for doing the same job maybe in a St. Lucia or in a Grenada or in a Barbados or Tortola, Anguilla. There's so many questions, so there's so many factors that are at play here. We got some commercials coming up. I need to share. Hold on the calls until we get back, please. Alright, speaking about construction, if you're looking for the best quality in customer service, reliability, and affordability, don't stress. General Hardware is your one-stop shop. Conveniently located in Annesville, get your steel, plywood, lumber, cement, and other hardware needs. And guess what? You get discounts on almost everything when you visit in-store. Yes, more money back in your pocket. Call us at 453-9000 or send us a message on WhatsApp at 432-5000. Information right at your fingertips. Remember, nobody beats the general. And if you're in Annisville and you're into construction and you're going and you're buying your materials, you might get hungry a little bit. You make a little 2 minutes walk up the road and you make a stop by Chill Spot. They got breakfast, they got lunch, they got late afternoon food, they got dinner food. Listen, any time of day or night, you could always stop by Chill Spot and get something to eat. Take my word for it. Alright, let's do one more, and then we go out and pay some bills. Switch to Flow and keep your current number. Plus, get a 30-day plan with double data for free. Then for the next 6 months, you can activate a 30-day plan for half the normal price. And it comes with double data. Don't need 30 days? Get half off the 7-day combo plan. Also, in the same 6-month period. Just remember, only the 30-day plan comes with double data. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing at Flow.
We are one high road and we
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill. And we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Let me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue one already?
Hey, follow me now. Hey, watch out. Hey, send me the on a country bus. I come a town. Me can't remember when last me go a town. Me here run up little hustling a run a town. So me am head for the big city. Yeah, me the on a country bus. I come a town. Me here see all of the pretty girl them they down a town. Me woulda love to get a daughter or a son a town. So me am head for the big city.
Ever since we met, baby, no need for running around.
Looks like you cool me down. You cool me down, girl. And time is a wasting whenever you're not around. Look like you cool me down, girl. You cool me down. I don't need another lover. I don't even have to bother. I found it in you. Now I feel brand new. You understand the little things that make loving worth. You give me all I need and more, and I love you, girl.
Have I told you? Have I shown you what I'm feeling when I hold you? It feels like heaven, heaven surrounds me. Every time you wrap your arms around me, and there's nothing I can say you'll ever do to deserve the love of a woman like you. When you're with me, when you kiss me, when you tell me how much you miss me, every moment we're together brings us closer, closer to forever. And there's nothing I can say or ever do to deserve the love of a woman like you.
Here we go, breaking up what we have built, leaving out all the things that we have failed. Where was I? Where was I before you came? And from the first time that I saw you, I thought that maybe I do something wrong.
You doing slipping in a campaign song, or? I start to believe them people, huh?
I'm trying to get on the cast for the 27.
Wait, play the chorus. Play the chorus. Why? Don't throw it all away.
I don't wanna be the one who's gonna have to beg you to stay.
Hey, they're waiting around. Hey, look shady on the radio training campaign songs on me. And next thing you're gonna tell me you know who you have, you don't know who you're getting. Hey, listen. Hey, remember next week Saturday night. Hey, if you love Back in Time, you're gonna love yourself inside the Back in Time. For years now, I've always been planning to do a Back in Time party, my own Back in Time party, and finally, next week Saturday night, we're shutting down Kingstown. Yes, I was ready. You can check right here at Boom and get your tickets. They're $30 right now. And I think it is safe to say that we are about 50% sold out already. Shady, nothing else gonna be happening that night. Trust me.
It's buzzing.
Yeah. All you come down, Mary. Come down. Big up Shotmus. Blessings, my brother. Blessings. One of these days, you're gonna have to pick up the phone and call Shotmus. I miss those back and forth that we had. Proper discourse by the airways. Remember, you're one of the elders who I hold a lot of respect for, in spite of the political differences. Spencer.
Hey, I hope you pay for that slot way, just slide in the Back in Time thing there.
You paying for it?
You.
Oh.
You because you're on the radio, sliding it in for free. and I have to pay for it for anything I want.
Maybe, you see, there's a difference, you know. There's a difference.
Listen. I ain't called for that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to throw in that. We seem to have, and check out the mindset of most Vincentians and extended beyond St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You know, they always say that North America is the equalizer for everybody because jobs you refuse home, they come here and they do it in North America, right? But we seem to have this obsession, as far as I know, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's been like that for decades, where once you go to university and you have a degree, everybody should look up to you.
There's that
right?
mindset
And
as
put
well,
you-
yes.
Yeah, there is that mindset. And that is one of the reasons why you have so low skilled job levels in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let me tell you something. Right now, the colleges are attracting more people than universities. Even if they finish university, they're coming out and they're going to college because college is hands-on. University is just strictly theory. You understand? And they're not getting what they want to put them in the job market. You should see how much of them coming out of university away and working in a coffee shop, Tim Hortons, and this and that. I'm telling you, because they can't find work, even though they are well educated. We have to get away. That's why I always encourage people in St. Vincent. Listen, guys, it might take you a little while, but you got to get away from this mindset at university. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it,
Stick up in, Spencer. Stick up in. Let's go to the top and we come back. All right.
Right.
The time is 9 a.m. This time check is brought to you by Simply Natural Coconut Oil. Proudly distributed by Facey Trading, SVG Limited. OMG in the morning. Lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
Definitely we are. Yes, Spencer, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, we got to get away from this mindset. I know of students who left, they didn't even finish university. They realized what's going on, then they started college because they switched their profession completely. And it's more like plumbing, carpentry, electrical, and all that kind of stuff is what these kids are now realizing. You know what, boy? This market with all this technical stuff, right, is saturated, and we ain't getting nowhere. I see some of my buddies coming out at university and can't find work.
But Spencer, we have some of the top engineers, construction engineers across the globe, as Vincentians, my brother. You understand? And then what? You know something that we're not paying attention to? Look, for example. We would brag and we would boast that, so many vehicles coming in at the port. It means that Vincentians are doing way better now. They could afford vehicles. How many of us are encouraging the youngsters at the technical level? Because you would realize that more and more of these cars, are more electronical, more digital than mechanical. Have we been preparing our youngsters in this regard? No, we haven't been.
I saw it for decades. I've been telling them fellas in St. Vincent that them mechanics and them guys, pretty soon all this stuff, all the ideas and all the knowledge of all the number of vehicles gonna be obsolete.
Of course.
A whole bunch of you. That's why every Monday morning your car in the shop down there for the same thing.
We're getting more and more hybrid vehicles inside, me brother. What we doing?
You understand?
What we doing?
Now, I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Look at, I listen to Rash John. I know Rash John. I met him once, right? And look at Rash John. Rash John is a landscaper, and Rash John, from what everybody is saying, seems to be doing well. Now that is why do individuals go to get a higher education? What's the ultimate thing in getting a higher education?
I think it's for better pay.
There you go.
Better pay.
So it boils down, Fuji, to the money. Who cares what you're doing as long as the money keeps rolling in? Because that is the end goal.
As long as the money good. As long as the money good.
There you go. Fuji, when my company that I used to work for downside, I used to be in charge of the overhead crane. I used to do all the training. Right? I had 60-something people under me. As a matter of fact, a total of 200 and something people, I had 60-something under me alone. And you cannot authorize one of those cranes lifting up 80,000 pounds unless I sign you off as a competent crane operator. I'm telling you. Now, a lot of companies try to recruit me after my company downside. I said, no, me I want to go back in the industry. You know what I went into? Landscaping and maintenance. And let me tell you something, there's no job out there with no company that I could have gone and worked for without putting a lot of overtime. I pick my hours when I want, and I pick and choose what I want to do.
Own boss.
And you don't want to see my numbers. Trust me. You see the point?
I hear you, my buddy.
People look down at certain things because of society. Vincentian, or they gotta get away from this mindset of how people perceive you in your society. Forget about that crap.
All right then, my buddy.
All right, buddy.
All right, okay. Good. We're inside the final hour. Welcome. All right, welcome. And the calls are rolling in. Let me put that up there. Good morning, my buddy.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm good, man. And I hear Shady over there talking about don't throw it all away, don't throw it.
Yeah. Shady campaigning in this slide, you know.
Shady playing smart.
It's only me alone there. They have strength for me alone, you know. Poor me.
Yeah.
Poor me.
When I hear him slipping it in, I say, boy, Shady walking. Don't throw the progress.
Don't throw it all away. You know who you have, you don't know who you're getting, my buddy.
I'm telling you. Hold them Shady, hold everybody.
Yo, what's up?
Look, before I get fully in on this discussion, and here, do you remember the other morning when I called him? You know, it was actually this I was going to deal with, but from the standpoint of the same $103 billion what I'm talking about.
What's that?
I was actually going to deal with this matter here, down the same road.
With the skill
and
set?
you bring it this morning. All of that was going to come into play. No, but before I go there, I have to get this in. Brother, every time I hear that cannabis something there, right after the year out my spirit, you boil me blood.
Why? You have problem with
boil
weed?
me blood, brother.
You have problem with weed?
Yes, me have serious. Me not have problem with weed. Me have problem with the system surrounding the weed. That's why me have a problem with, because you can't tell me you having no cannabis this and that, no cannabis this and that, and selling the same weed where man still getting locking up for. Brother, that's a boil my blood.
Well,
we still have Vincentians going jail for weed. And you have a big now you have a big thing on the radio going to have big function with international artists and so forth with the same weed.
Celebrate medicinal marijuana will be celebrated.
My tale. When tell them come and show me the difference.
It will be celebrated.
Fuji. They come and tell her when they know start out, they don't want no weed with THC in there. They might bring weed for get out the THC and only CDB they want. Tell me which weed they must sell for smoke. If not same THC weed for get man high.
Probably it's different. I don't know. I'm not a smoker. I never looked into it. There are different strains, which means that there's certain ingredients.
You see why me does what I tell you, okay, I come downstairs. You see, now you make me want to move from one Guinness to a case.
I'll use the back road.
You need more than one Guinness. I could put a case wrong in the back. You know what I mean? So when they come out, you fall long over it, and one go drop out, you have to drink it. Now listen to me. They are saying in that ad, it is culture and wellness. My question is, for who? And since when? And I want people to understand what it is about messaging and confusing the mind of people and psychology used on people. And if it is culture, what does culture mean? Whose culture is it?
Vincentian
because
culture.
The same weed, but it's the same culture man I get locked up for.
Well, there's the legal side of it, and there is the illegal side of it.
Where different?
One is legal, the law. There's laws
I
in
see.
place to support one, and there are
I
laws
see.
that goes against the other.
So basically, one set of people put things in place for themselves to
Why you
have it.
putting it
Basically, like
as
you're washing money.
it's not one set of
Basically,
people?
like you're washing money.
You have a
So
choice.
somebody
You have a
having washing
choice. You can
machine.
do it the legal way, or you
I
go
see.
and you do it the traditional way. Right?
What is
It is not.
interesting, you know?
It is not allowed. Legal for it to be had
I want
recreational
you bite your tongue.
purposes.
I want you bite
It's
your tongue.
for medicinal
I
purposes.
want you bite your tongue. Me never know you for do yoga in your life, but tell you that twist up yourself. You never do yoga in your whole life. Watch you. All the other day, then there for the get acupuncture because your shoulder now stop hurting. You gotta worry up yourself. Eh? Watch you. I don't make me love you, no.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't make me
Come
love
on,
you.
man.
Eh?
So,
But no, for real, it really awks my spirit, brother. Because
Alright,
to
well,
see
everybody
that
won't be happy with it.
the very traditional people are still going to jail for it. And if you say it's a culture, then it must be culture for the entire country, not for some. Eh? If it's culture, it means it's something that is ours. Eh? And all of a sudden it's wellness. So weed all of a sudden is wellness. The same smoking and the weed is wellness because the bag was sell on day.
As far as I know, it has
But guess
always
what?
been for wellness.
But guess what? No. I guess the wellness come from the different style of packaging.
Well, all right then. There's that too. Presentation.
I guess it's that, eh? Yeah. But that is going to slide me right into the conversation I've been having whole morning. Because now the very weed farmers here, have to now be working with somebody, either a foreigner or somebody who big and get a license. They now have to go and work with them for menial money when they could have been owning the very weed and making the big money off it.
And what prevented them from doing so?
Because what? Look at the kind of hoops you have to jump to get a license. Who small man you know, Fuji, could really go and get a license to plant weed?
Farmer corporation.
You are somebody
come together.
But corporation.
Farmer corporation.
You
pull the resources together.
Yes,
and you're going as one entity.
Adam make shady, me don't know shady with you. You.
Probably
You.
working.
You.
The Chinese money taking too long to come.
You just take the words out of my mouth. Now, let me get into the real meat of the thing now.
Yes, please and thanks. The real meat.
A couple days ago, we heard the Minister of Finance again talking about billions of dollars from Marriott and Sandals beaches and so forth, right? Forgetting that, number one, the same Marriott hotel they're talking about, it's going to be Vincentian money building the building. But interestingly, Fuji, the other night I sat down and I was going through the internet and I put up on a recording from Sir James Mitchell. Years ago, putting a plan in place to upgrade the very place that we're talking about now, down Leeward. And Santino asked a question this morning to show what project has been fully conceptualized by the ULP by themselves for 20-something years. Make I put my finger upon none. Because the international airport was conceptualized under the NDP. The very Rabuka Bridge, that Grace Keeper, well, they are called Grace Bridge now. I mean, a lot of mercy. Anyway, Daniel Cummins could tell you how that bridge was conceptualized under the NDP. Now you're talking about down Leeward. Same thing again. I found a clip of Mitchell. Mitchell be still got black hair, so that will tell you something. Now, here's the thing, my brother. Again, we are being told about the billions of dollars we're going to come into play, right? But we need to remember something. All of these entities, when they come, right, they pay no duties. They pay no VAT. And yet me and you, after we don't put the money, whether we had to borrow it or whatever, to build the infrastructure for them to put their name on and make money from us, because we have to pay them to use the name. We have to pay them to use their name. And then they come with their execs and they do their do. And at the end of the day, we the people now have to still pay tax to uphold and maintain and upgrade the infrastructure that they are not paying anything into our coffers to help to maintain that they get to use. How that is fair to us? You're wondering how all of this is going to tie into what you've been talking whole man, and he come in.
I'm waiting to find out where you're going.
He come in.
All right.
He come in. You know his rant does rant.
I'm like when they need in flour though.
Yeah, where you come in. Don't worry yourself.
Okay.
Don't worry yourself. Now, with all of that, we're going to get into the jobs now. And Jomo spoke about it this morning. No, we're not belittling any jobs because at the end of the day, a job is a job. You make a money. But the thing is why is it that our Vincentian people are not forced in being put to say, okay, let me get some of the high-end jobs too? It's always like the hewers of wood and carriers of water.
Is it? Do you get the impression that Vincentians have been showing any kind of interest with getting the high-end jobs? Or are we just satisfied with menial jobs?
There are persons who are, and again, Jomo spoke about it this morning, persons who have gone off and trained for positions and have never been put in these positions. And then it comes down to the government, Fuji. When you are making deals with these entities, that you have to put in there what you want and expect from them.
Of course. So we must have somebody at the management level, so one or two Vincentians sitting on the board of directors.
Why is it that Sandals is not in Tobago? Because what they gave to Tobago said, nah, that's not beneficial to our people.
Against it.
That's not beneficial to our people. And so they had to go. But you see too, Fuji, when you are in a position where you go and beseech other persons to come to you, guess what? You lose your bargaining power. Because you show them, I need you more than you need me. And so that is why, again, people say, oh, can Sabito pass Sandals? No, I use Sandals as a crutch to show people exactly what I'm talking about. Because when you have these billion-dollar companies coming into a country, they're not coming here for the country. They're coming here for themselves to make money. The country now is a prop for them. What the country has to offer, its beauty, its unspoiled and untouched, this and that, is what they get to advertise to people so that people can come to their destination. And so with that, when you advertising what I have, how it is I'm not being paid for it? Because it's mine.
I mean, you benefiting and I don't get a cent.
But there you go. I give you that chance to come into my place.
Utilize all the national. All right, utilize the natural resources.
And you pay nothing to me.
Nothing.
No taxes, no nothing. I just give you everything free.
I'm making the country look good. You're getting mentioned in certain articles and world-renowned magazines and so on.
I want you, Fuji. I want you, Fuji. I am going to come and I'm going to tell you what you see. Every time you have function, you complain because guess why? Your name bigger road. So hey, you complain, but here's something. Me not pay you no money. You instead, Fuji. You instead, Fuji, have to pay me.
Oh,
you know why? Because me, I give you the opportunity for your name there road
to be associated with the event.
To be associated with the event.
Showing word for some DJs. I mean, Shady is top class. Shady is top class.
So here's something. You see, my exposure when I give you, take that and pay your bills and feed your family tomorrow.
Yeah. Popularity.
Take that exposure there.
Use popularity and pay the bills.
Float on it. Yeah? Now I'm coming home now. Now here's the thing, Fuji. Right? We're talking skills training and all of these things and what the minister said. Right? Do you remember, before I get to the minister, you remember when the port was in its early stages? You remember Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves? I should have that recording somewhere. And he said something. He said, he reaching out to the mothers and so forth to tell their sons, prepare themselves. Because they're going to get to drive forklift and thing and whatever on the port. Prepare yourself to be able to drive forklift. And I laughed at that time. And this morning it come back to my mind and I laughed again.
But what was so funny
because here's the thing. Let me tell you what is so funny. Don't forget that when that port down they finish, you have to close the one uptown. And you're not firing the workers at them with the uptown. You have a whole heap of workers up here with don't have nothing for do for go down so.
Oh, like so you mean? But it's bigger. It's bigger, which means that there would be more employment created.
You sure?
Well, I'm going based on what is being shared with us.
Listen when me say again. Remember that you have workers already moving and the place done oversaturated already. So you have people who basically they're in limbo. They just only get paid because of somebody send them.
And there are those who are approaching retirement age who would be going home soon. So you would create spaces for younger ones. Too.
You say retirement age and going home soon in the same sentence. You just said that in the same sentence.
Yeah, I know.
We have seen where retirees are holding the very positions that young people should be holding.
What did I do there, boy? Jeez, why did I go there?
And this no wonder they are paraded. So we see them. Yeah? So you using that in the same sentence to tell me I need to go wash your face?
Boy, I really should.
Yeah. No, here's the thing, brother. Right? Here's the thing. Oh Lord, I'm not taking up plenty time, but Allah forgive me. Forgive me. Right? Now, one of the things that we have in St. Vincent is that we have skills training and make skills song like the below par. There was some below par kind of something. And you made the point earlier.
Of course.
You made the point earlier. Go to university, go to college, get into, be a doctor. You remember back in the days when you had when you know you had your grandmother who grew up weeding on a plantation and thing, and he said in school, you tell you education I go take you out of poverty to become a doctor, become a lawyer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And forgetting, because at the time they forgot that the very farming they were doing was holding up the economy. Now, you know that in St. Vincent, we look down on farming, we look down on sorting skills, right? But here's something, I ask you a question, Answer me this. Do we not have a program where persons are leaving here to go to Canada, especially to work on farms?
For the farm program, yeah, we do.
Right. Since farming is something to be looked upon, and as we were told by this government that the time for farming done, it's a time for tourism, right? How is it that you have Vincentians living in the thousands going to Canada to work on farms?
Well, maybe farming is a thing of the past here, but it's not a thing of the past there. So while we're not paying attention to farming and we have farmers, take the farmers and we are exporting resources. How does
it right? Stop there.
Jeez, what did I do again?
We are exporting what?
Resources.
Services. So when we say here, and it's a two-prong point I'm going to make. You see how me does get for work kindly when me want you work? Nice boy.
Yeah, it's a trap.
You hear the thing? You see it late. So you say we exporting resources and services, which means what Camilo said was a lie.
Hey, Kenson, don't do me that. Don't do me that. I walk right into that one. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. Don't do me that.
Yes. So which means what he said was a lie. Because the fact that we have enough that we could export to other jurisdictions, it means we have more than enough to use here.
Maybe that's just farming.
Oh, let me go further. Go on technical college website and look at the short term courses that they have.
I've seen it.
Many of those and let me tell you something. I am a product of those courses. Me can say. The last course I did was in construction. Yeah, I am certified in construction. In St. Vincent here.
So you could mix in the kitchen and you could mix out on the construction side.
Come on, man.
That's good, my buddy.
I have a certificate to show that I am certified. The thing is, I wanted to do The second part, which now will make me CBQ certified, but because of the way I'm working now and what I'm doing now, it kind of make it difficult for me to be able to do that.
Right.
Right? But here's the thing. I know of guys who we did this together, those who did it before and so forth, and now I know of them who going into even this part to here to make them regionally certified. Right? And you telling me that you telling me that somehow we can find workers in construction and so forth here and in the hospitality industries here?
Because I know for a fact that persons
we have people
have been utilizing these programs. They have been taking up the programs. Whether at the community college level or at UE level, because UE offering some as well.
Exactly.
They have been taking them.
And you want to know what the problem is? Well, before I go to the problem, here's the issue. I could tell you of persons who have gone to Tartola, who have even gotten just recently. Somebody messaged me and said, Kenza, I wanted to help me to do up a menu. Because I was reached out to by this entity who does cooking and so forth for a big international corporation, and I want a menu to work with for this because they reach out to them to hire them. International entity, eh? No. When you have persons like what's her name? They're working at the college. She's doing her doctorate now in hospitality. And you tell me you watch people like these and tell me that you not have people here in St. Vincent to go in even these managerial positions. A doctorate, she's doing it.
Yeah, I get you.
And here's the thing, Fuji. But you want to know what the problem is? The government do not want to admit that they have put things in place for people to be lowballed for their skills. Let me show you something. And
well, we have to start wrapping it up now.
Yes, I'm wrapping it up. I had plenty more wanted to go in, but I'm going to leave it for tomorrow or Friday. Now, here's the thing. When we look at the pay that people are being offered for their skills, when they leave here and they go to right in the Caribbean or even to America and Canada, right? And I'm going to bring something home for you to show you something, Fuji. When you have persons working for $50 and $60 a day, there is sometimes where people work for an hour in these other countries. So an hour's pay in Canada and America is what you're working for an entire day in St. Vincent. Now you tell me if a man is to work for $50 a day or $65 a day, or even $70 a day, right? In St. Vincent here in construction, in the hot morning sun, turning concrete, carrying bucket of concrete, bending steel, and you want to tell me you paying that man day under $10 an hour? And why you go do all them hard work there for an hour and me give you $10? See if I run me down.
Me? It ain't gonna be me,
buddy. But hey, before I go, right here in St. Vincent, I want people to remember something. I'm going to ask a question. Who was it that said to foreign investors here, you can't even sanction that type of money when it was in US? It happened in the Grenadines, it happened right on mainland when the people came to do Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So tell them so. And tell them if you pay them like this, it's going to look bad for now because now everybody going to go there and watch them.
Well, yeah.
I mean that this is a systemic hold on. This is your government holding it on. So you see the same farming and so forth that they're looking down on and saying what farmers in Canada are able to employ take thousands of Vincentians and bring them on the farm. Why? These are the same people. Santino asked a question earlier about the banking and so forth. Why we can't put things in place to have the same construction worker and farmer recognized. In Canada and America, they go and borrow hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest in the same farms so that they could hire the same people from down here who is lazy, who is in our work. They go and they work for hours in them same places. Yes, so you Fuji, when you want to come tell me that we not have people here to work and they're lazy, I wanted to take a look again. Ask the question, why is it that when it comes to nursing and so forth, we the government say we abandon them when they go into school so that they can go somewhere else. The pay, my brother. The pay. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good one.
All
We
right,
have
then,
some
my
more,
boy.
but that might be for tomorrow.
Yes,
Or
please.
Friday morning. Because we have to talk the university something.
All right,
and
then.
The historical amount of island skulls that we have sending out. But into what?
Okay. All right,
Have
then.
a good one, buddy.
Okay. We're going off. We're going to press some bells. We got about, let me see. Well, Pastor comes in at 9:45, so we don't have a lot of time. 5 days of pure Vincentian excellence. This Independence celebrate the best in local talent, products, and innovation at Invest SVG's annual Everything Vinci Expo Plus. Mark your calendars for October 23rd to 27th. Registration is open now. We'll be back after these messages.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are you ready? From October 2nd to October 5th, the Victoria Park will explode with the vibes of the Cannibalist SVG Festival. Let's go!
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right out the curb?
New year, different
We
lane.
gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how she find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right out the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend
1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill. And we telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips. Beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
Morning till evening, we get a feeling. Is this we believe in? So we go dance and sing. Everybody together, watch the vibes we bring. All these costumes and feathers, only queens and kings. We just giving them pressure. It's a island thing, just a island thing. And when the DJ start to the sound, it's trouble in town, trouble in town. The masqueraders start gather round. Trouble in town, trouble in town. And when the big band them coming down, it's trouble in town, trouble in town. What till we see in the sun? It's trouble in town, hey. When they beat the drums, it's like they start to speak to it. Something inside our way, it's in with DNA. And when they mix the melodies with sweet, sweet harmonies, it make we feel away, we feel to fly away. From the season start we anticipating, hey. Every Friday we participating, yeah. Just look at the legacy we creating. Right now it's history making, yeah. So we go dance and sing. Everybody together, watch the vibes we bring. All these costumes and feathers, only queens and kings. We just giving them pressure, it's a island thing, just a island thing. And when the DJ start to the sound, it's trouble in town, trouble in town. All the masqueraders start gather round. Trouble in town, trouble in town. And when the big band them coming down, it's trouble in town, trouble in town. What till we see in the sun, it's trouble in town.
Well, I guess I went a little bit longer than I expected to have stayed on that particular discussion there. So I guess what we didn't get to go in on this morning, we could always follow up on tomorrow. We got Pastor Richards coming in about 5 minutes. So by now I'm certain that we've all seen the video of PM Gonzalez over at Nutrition yesterday, at the opening of the what is it called again? It's the semi-pro netball tournament. The semi-pro netball tournament. And in all seriousness, I'm tempted to say you would understand why persons have been sharing it around, making a mockery of it. But that thing could have ended so badly yesterday. You know, I can't agree with it being funny. It's not funny. Right? In spite or despite wherever you stand politically, whether you are in support or not, I kind of wondered, yes, why he was even there in the first place, in that capacity, taking the shot, I guess, to mark the opening of the tournament. It could have been the sports minister. Even though, you know, the PM was present, I'm just kind of wondering why it wasn't the sports minister doing that. Whatever was being done there, and not so much the PM. Like giving, instead of the micromanaging approach to everything. You know, there are persons who are given certain responsibilities to do certain things. At least give them a chance to do their job. Give them a chance to carry out their duties. You know, that's the first thing that came to mind. But the part where he stumbled and almost fall, that ain't no joke. Alright? That ain't no joke. And I don't know how you could be comfortable laughing at it. It's not funny. It's not funny. And I am seeing people attaching that or linking that to all different kind of things. There are those who are wishing all different kind of ills. But now we can't do that. We can't do that. Alright? We can't do that. Let's not go down that road. It could have ended badly. It could have been, what if he did fall, then what? I mean, yes, I know we're a bit divided right now. Things are so polarized right now, but those, I mean, I may not be in agreement to a lot of things, and I would speak out on a lot of things, but I don't wish bad, and I am not going to wish bad on anybody. You understand? So I just thought that I'll put that out there. These things, we can't laugh, we can't wish bad, we can't wish that he did fall. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Alright? I'm just saying. Alright? We're getting ready. Pastor is coming inside there with us. Like I said, there should still remain that human side of us. Alright, in spite of the politics, despite the political differences. Nah, come on. We at the end of the day, we're all Vincentians. Good? You might have all different kind of grievances when it comes to the PM and the way he runs the country. That don't mean you should wish bad or wish for him or wish that he did fall yesterday. And I saw somebody was real nasty with it. We can't do that. We can't do that. Let's go down and have our political discourse or political banters and all them things. You could label me as much as you want. I'll come at you as much as I want. I ain't wishing bad on anybody. And I pray God, please, all don't wish bad on me. I'm fighting already. I am fighting already. Please don't wish bad on Fuji. Alright? I'm just saying. Just thought that I would put that out. Alright? Any signs of pastors yet? Yeah?
I ain't seen much yet.
Alright, so maybe we play a song in the meantime and we await his arrival. Alright? And I know y'all gonna beat up on me. That's alright. That's alright. No problems there, no love lost. We're still good. Yeah? You don't have to agree with me either. And that's alright too. We still at the end of the day, we are a democracy. So you don't have to agree with anything or everything that I say. That's alright. Alright? Let's do one and we see what's up with Pastor Richards.
Do it. Last night wasn't your last night, but today could be your last day. So let me celebrate today. Yeah. Yesterday was yesterday, but tomorrow we don't know. So let me commemorate this date. Yeah. And let me do this one big, gigantic, bombastic. Let me do this big, real big, fantastic. So put your one in the air and let me do this in grand style. In grand style, celebrate in a fine style. In fine style, let me do this huge, real huge. Let me do this monstrous, boisterous. All of us put something up in the air.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Pastor Richards, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, I was actually just calling you to show that we're good.
Yeah, forgive my tardiness. Good morning, My fellow Vincentians, and good morning to all listening this morning. Boom program. I was all set to comment on the career thing, job market thing that you were talking about. It's a relevant discussion, but I think the last thing you said there struck a note with me because I appreciate the support that you, Fuji, I say I appreciate the support. You kind of fan the flame of something that I have been preaching, preaching
I get
for
you.
quite some time. Yeah, that the of the one Vinci thing that we all want. Basically, the gold and blue and green matters to me more than the yellow, and matters to me more than the red. And so what you just said there, I wanted to catch on. I mean, we could have our differences, and I want to fan that flame with you. That we're not going to all be alike, and that's the beauty of Saint Vincent. This a multi-opinioned nation, and everybody is strong in their opinion. Everybody got their party, and everybody got their view and slant of politics and what's happening here in St. Vincent. And that's part of the beauty. We are not in the sense of the homogeneity that we all thinking alike. No, the heterogeneity of the Vincentian mindset all across the spectrum is what gives beauty to the thing. And once we can express different opinions, whether we like this party or that party, that's all right. I find that's all right. I listen. But the ad hominem attacks, the pulling down of wishing bad and just shaming of people and stomping on people. I don't know that is helpful. It does not edify. So I listened to what you said, and I actually appreciated it. All right. And that holds not just for the prime minister. That holds also for the leader of the opposition party.
It does.
On Friday, because I've seen people post about him and talk about him, and it's just disparaging. And I'm like, why? It's not necessary. I don't like it.
No, it's not. It's not.
On this radio station, and I've cautioned people to watch what you say about Dr. Friday. If you, I mean, pulling down a man never strengthens him. I've said that time and again. If you chop down a Vincentian, and you do that not just for political figures, but you do that for other people. The more we chop down each other in the society, civil servants, public workers, this, that, personalities, entertainers, the more we chop them down, the less we are. And I don't see why we are not getting that. Dog eat dog. And soon, all that will be left is tails. We weaken our society, and we weaken this country when we attack, when we disparage, when we vilify and villainize and make a mockery, when we stomp on people who are not in our tribe and not on our side, not singing from our song sheet, we are not doing our country a favor. Our petty differences, whether they're petty or not, are not sufficient justification to attack the substance of who we are as Vincentian. The substance of who we are as Vincentian is not wrapped up in a party, and is not wrapped up in policies, is not wrapped up in projects. The substance of who we are as Vincentian, we the people. And when we lose we the people, and we chop down we the people on the basis of tribalism, party differences, where you think we're going to vote and this and that, well, we chop down we the people, we are less. We are less. So what you said there about the making a mockery of someone almost falling, and I, like I said, if that had been Major, if that had been Mr. Cummins or anyone, you should make a. If that had been Dr. Friday, you should make a mockery of it. You should not. somebody near in their 80s and stuff like that. You don't do that. You don't do that. So, Fuji, I appreciated you sounding that.
Thank you.
You're a popular guy, so maybe they will listen to you more.
I'm not a bad person, you know.
What's that?
I said I'm not a bad person, you know.
I know you every single day of your life. I have known you every single day of your
I
life.
know.
I
I
know you.
I enjoy getting people upset. I think I do a pretty good job at that. But that's it.
Yeah, but it seems like if people were upset at what you said, but I think you were quite in order for saying it, right?
They'll get over it.
On the other note, because I have limited time on the discussion that you guys been having this morning, on it was all over the place, but it was worthwhile to listen because I was trying to figure out what is the axis of the discussion related to job, where students study, skills acquisition, if we have a sufficiency of skills in one particular sector as opposed to the other. That is a relevant discussion. I'm not sure if everyone weighing in. It was good that you weighed in on it and gave your opinion. But there's, the truth be told, I knew where you were coming from. You want to see the development of adequate skills for and relevant skill sets for where our economy is and where we are hoping to be. And so, how do we drive the job market towards the vision for development? All right, and that's a pertinent question. Driving I think a good nation that we can look at that has done that is Taiwan. They knew where they wanted to do, where they wanted to go, and they had a trajectory in 60 years, I think, or less than that, actually, much less than 60 years. They were able to drive their labor market and skills and all of that towards where the vision was for the development of Taiwan. And China, in terms of where they are going right now, with emphasis on technical skills. I read a piece right here on this radio related to China and how they're tweaking. There's another word, how they're jimmying really and driving the acquisition of skills in the up and coming workers towards where the nation wants to go developmentally. So the government actually has a huge part to play in this discussion. Some time ago, 8 years ago, and hear me why I am very interested in this. About 8 years ago, I taught a course at the community college. Give me a second. I taught a course at the community college on career guidance. And I just pulled out the textbook that I use. I don't know if you can see this, but it says career information, career counseling, and career development, right? So, but I use this book to teach the course, but I found that there were some nuances and some special considerations related to our Vincentian job market that a lot of what was in that book, I had to tweak it, I had to supplement it, and I had to just disregard a bunch of it, because what holds for the traditional job market in Europe, or what drives the job market in the United States, and which a lot of the material out there on career development, career choice, career guidance has been written for those nations. I couldn't find much, apart from a few little articles coming out of Jamaica and I think Trinidad. I couldn't find much related to career development, career guidance, and driving the market in a small island developing state like St. Vincent. So I say all of that to say we might have ideally in mind You know, if we do this, then we will have more workers for this sector. If we do that, we'll have more workers for this particular sector. There are a number of factors. I won't go into them right now, but there are a number of factors that drive how people choose jobs. Like I said, the government has a huge part to play because incentivizing, creating the economic platform can give a lot of impetus towards where students go to study. But it's not the only factor. It's not the single factor that determines where people go in the job market. I have found and having taught this course and having examined our country, I have found that a lot of it is based on, I won't say, me find the right word so I don't offend people. Yeah. A lot of it is based on what's there. You come to school, you have CXC subject, CAPE subjects, and sometimes you just pick up a job. I've seen people pick up a job cashing at Macy's, and they have good set of subjects. I've seen people take up a job here that is not commensurate, is not congruent with their skill set and subject area. But why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? They're doing this because, let me get $1. Let me get into this, or let me get into that. And wherever the employment opportunity is, because of the meanness of their economic circumstance, I have found that drives a lot of where people go. Some get on the YES program, some get into other. I mean, it's not really driven by the classical considerations of what drives career choice. Classical consideration meaning things like what your ideal talents would be, or your skill set would be, what you have studied at school, parental factors, parental guidance. Those are classical factors. Peer influence. Those are all the classical factors. Right? Opportunities for life development. For example, someone might study might think, if I go into this particular career choice, like green, in terms of the green environmental area, that there are more emerging seminars, more emerging opportunities for development there than if you go into mechanics or something like that. So someone might look down the road at opportunities for advancement and development. And that's a classical factor. But I found that in St. Vincent, none of these, I shouldn't say none, is marginal effect of these classical factors on determining where people go to work. Fuji, even in terms of the term I used back there was the sexiness of the job, but maybe it's not an appropriate term, but you even where I have commented on the radio time and again of the need, and you mentioned it this morning, for more professionals in the mental health area, dealing, the variety of occupations, psychiatrists, psychologists, other workers, and all of that. You don't find that a lot of people are driving towards that sector. More people, the idea of a doctor, medical doctor, you will see a lot more private clinics and a lot more of that pop up around people going into the medical MDs for that reason, rather than to go and study psychology. Again, simply because of the perception of the job, or they figure one is sexier than the other, more appealing than the other. So these are things that drive our job market here. So when people come, I'm wrapping up now, when people express opinions on the radio like this as to, we need more workers here, there's a deficiency and all of that, it must be said with an understanding of the peculiarities and special circumstances related to our job market, understanding that the classical factors don't really determine where people go to work and how they choose a career and all of that. There are many other nuances, and I appreciate all that I'm hearing. And this little 10 minutes on this is not sufficient by far to kind of unpack a different approach towards determining how people fit in a confluence of where we are going developmentally. How do we drive people towards that? This requires a longer discussion, a more thoughtful approach, but there is something to it. Other countries have been able to do it, to not ignoring the other factors that determine career choice, but they have been able to kind of steer that, and governments have played a very large role in resources, facility, incentivizing by economic packages, and even not just economic packages to study, which I think this government is doing. But outside of that, once you're finished studying, the incentivizing so that there's not the brain drain, so that you don't go elsewhere with the skills, but provide sufficient incentives economically for people who you have supported to go study, that they actually would practice within the area here. It's a long discussion. I don't have enough time to elucidate the thing, but I appreciate all the comments. But just to say again that it is not a single factor thing, it's a multifactorial. But I do admit that government can play a significant role in this matter. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Pastor Richards. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thanks, bye.
All right. And that's going to do it for today. That's where we'll wrap it up for today. Why we moved away from apprenticeship in the trades? Good question, Shortmus. One of these days we'll probably pick up on that. The importance of these apprenticeship programs and the roles that they played. Yeah. But that's where we wrap it up for today. Thank you, all those of you who participated, who took the time out and you shared via the WhatsApp, the live stream, the calls, what have you. Have a good one. Enjoy what's left of your day today. We are signing out until tomorrow morning, God's will. All right. Take good care of yourselves. Show some love. Show some love. And at the end of the day, despite the political differences, there is still all of us, the reality that we are all Vincentians. All right? Take good care. Bless up. DJ Shady, Fugitive, we out until tomorrow.